And another rising star I want to ask you about. A lot of people want to know about Pedro Leon. What can you tell us about Pedro Leon's development so far?
Yeah, I think he have gotten better. I think like he came from not playing for 2 years and a half. He had a tough season in Double A. Like he got thrown in the fire right away. Went to the full league. But I think what I can say about Pedro is that he's a really hard worker. He's a really premier center field. I think he can run. He can make all the plays. He's just hitting is one of the things that is not natural for him. He needs to work really hard for it. You know what I mean? Like for other people like Jordan, hitting is more natural. For Leon, like he's working really hard at it and he's improving little by little. And uh I won't be scared one of these days something just clicks and he just gets going because he has power, he has speed, he hit balls really hard, and he makes enough, and he makes contact. And as he keeps making more contact, I think that's gonna be the biggest thing for him. But I see him having a good year and finding his way to the big league just because how talented he is. And I think having more experience going into AAA this year to start or like spring training with having experience before is gonna be the biggest thing. I think if he makes more contact, which is what he's been working on in Puerto Rico, being able to like learn the game too, like being able to like watch little things that pitchers are doing, getting better counts, I think he's gonna have a good chance to help us out in the big league this year.
When you see guys like Leon with his talent swinging and missing, some people use the terms he has a hole in his swing, but some guys also think, well, maybe this guy's pressing a little too hard. I know that, and I go back to this because it was literally one of the first interviews I ever did with Josh Rojas before I even joined Locked On Astros, and he had told me a story when he was in Corpus. He had been called up to Corpus. He got real hot. Well, then he started getting real kind of fancy with his swing, trying to pull everything. And he said, in that stadium, you can't pull the ball. The wind, it doesn't matter. You just got to hit the ball. And he
Yeah.
said Reddick came down for a rehab assignment, and Reddick said, quit trying to pull the ball. Just hit the ball. Just make contact. I guess for someone like a Pedro Leon, that's the toughest part. But at the end, if he's able to figure out, sometimes those guys that have to grind it out, they're almost at an advantage because it's not natural. They have to fine tune and take care of all the details. How do you, as a coordinator, keep players from getting discouraged outside of themselves? Because you see that a lot, and you hear that term. Okay, they've gotten outside of their abilities. What have you done as a hitter to help that?
Man, I
I
think
mean,
you
as
just
a
gotta
hitting coordinator,
yeah.
sorry, to help that.
I think as a hitting coordinator, I haven't started yet, but I think as a hitting coach, that's what I've been done with the season with guys like Leon. I think you just gotta make them understand that changes don't happen overnight, man. Like changes are you working on something for a long period of time, and then that something is gonna click. You feel like the click happened instantly, but that click is a bunch of events that you've been doing for a while that finally you get to get the feeling for and repeat it the most. So I think I won't be scared, man. I won't be surprised if Leon makes a big adjustment and with his natural abilities, man, the way that he hits the ball, he makes a little more contact, and we have a really, 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 a really, really good prospect to help us in the big league, man.